You're watching MITV, McAllen Instructional Television.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Jay Gonzalez. I'm Superintendent of Schools for McAllen ISD. On behalf of the district and our Board of Trustees, welcome to DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. We wish all those competing and performing the best of luck, and we hope all those in attendance enjoy the competition.
At Dairy Queen on North 23rd. I'm Jake Berry with Mark May next to me. Mark, talk to me about last week and this week's matchups.
Well, we've got some good matchups coming up for you this week. Tonight, in fact, two of the McAllen teams are in action. The McAllen Bulldogs at home against the PSJA Bears. Bears surprisingly good this year. They were real good last year, but we thought they might not be as strong as they were in district play, but they've emerged as a pretty strong team and one of the teams to beat. Then the other game, we have McAllen Memorial going up against the La Jolla Juarez Lincoln Huskies. That should be a good one as well. So, but tonight, our game here at DQ Fan Field will be the Mackay Bulldogs PSJA Bears. Bears have won 4 in a row, all district wins for them, and the Bulldogs coming in still looking for their first district win, kind of in a spoiler role here tonight. Bears, their last 2 games have been wins over Memorial and Rose, so they're kind of going for a trifecta, if you will, over these McAllen teams, and their offense has really come alive too. 49 points against Memorial, 48 against Rowe, both victories the last 2 weeks, so this is a team that can really light it up.
Yeah, and they've been impressive. I mean, you look at Trey Guajardo, Guajardo at receiver, they've got the running game to go with it. They have been very consistent on both the running attack and the passing attack. Yeah,
a very balanced and very strong attack, and in fact, you look at their yardage, they're about 300 yards they get through the air, about 160 rushing per game. A team leans a little more toward the pass, and why not when you've got Trey Guajardo at quarterback. He's thrown for over 2,000 yards this year, 23 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions with all of that passing, which is just amazing for him. And he's also the second leading rusher on the team, so you have to be aware of that fact as well. They'll also give the ball to the running back, J.R. Vasquez, who has close to 600 yards rushing this season, 7.5 yards per carry, and 7 touchdowns that he has this season. Then some receiver targets include Miguel Flores with 42 catches to lead the team, and Marco Guajardo, who has 34 catches and 9 touchdowns. So better than 1 in every 4 catches by Guajardo is a touchdown catch. So he's definitely a target.
Hey Mark, when you look at Mackay, the numbers aren't there for them. 0-4 in district, 1-6 overall. Every game almost becomes a spoiler role for them. Let's spoil the chances for somebody else to make the playoffs. What do they need to do tonight? Who are they going to rely on?
And and also, playing for next year also, you've got a lot of young people, and every week I think kind of becomes their Super Bowl in a way, so you're going to see a strong effort from Mackay. For them, you've been seeing them alternate quarterbacks. 2 juniors, Brian Garza and Robert Amador, have been sharing the quarterback duties. They've combined for 4 touchdowns this season. Amador is also the punter as well, so it keeps the other team's offense at bay a little bit. They've got some running backs that they've been using, a core of running backs in Octavian Lewis, who's their leading rusher, then Sage Diaz also, and Daniel Casares, his productivity, just a sophomore, but his productivity has really picked up in recent weeks. And then on the receiver core, Felipe Magana remains their top receiver. He's 6'1", very fleet, good deep threat. He caught the touchdown they scored against Memorial last week, and still leads the team an average of over 20 yards a catch, so he's definitely a good threat for them. Mason Nava, Jackson Helmkamp have also contributed on the offensive side in the passing game. Then looking at their defense, Trace Gagne, the line linebacker, is their leading tackler this year, has 49 tackles coming into tonight. Trip Potter, the safety, of 43 tackles. And Malachi Dames, what a game he had against the Memorial Mustangs. Had a sack in that game, had some key tackles and some key stops in that game. He leads the team with 6 sacks on the season, so look for good things for him, especially PSJA. They like to throw the ball, so look for Dames to really put on that pass rush on one end. They've got Mason Brewer coming in from the other side, so a good opportunity for, I think, for the pass rush unit here for tonight for Mackay. Then David Chiquito in the secondary is a great two-way player. They'll use him in the receiver corps. He caught a good deep pass, a 45-yarder against Memorial last week, and of course he can also play defense and is a real ball hawk for them. So Mackay's got their chance. Obviously they'll have to play a very good game. PSJA has had a terrific season. They're in first place in the district, and and they've beaten the 2 McAllen teams already, going for that trifecta as I mentioned. So Mackay will certainly have to play a good game tonight, but they could pull off the upset.
All right, we're going to go to break. When we come back, we're going to have information on the McAllen Memorial Waters Lincoln game. Welcome back to the Sideline Show here at Dairy Queen on North 23rd. Jake Berry, Mark May. Mark, Memorial's going up against the Martinez and company, the Waters Lincoln Huskies. They haven't played up to where we thought they could play Waters Lincoln, but they do pose a threat because they're a running team just like Memorial. They're going to chew up clock.
Yeah, they can do that. Albert Martinez is their running back, and he can play very well. He's a very strong running back with good high yards per carry average, and he'll definitely be the guy that Memorial has to focus on in terms of the running game. The quarterback, Efren Martinez, is certainly capable of putting the ball in the air. So Waters Lincoln, although 0-7 this year, they've had some close losses. I think they lost to Mission just 2 weeks ago, 16-14. So they're a team that can play people tough. Memorial will certainly have to play well tonight. Defensively, they'll need to get better. Of course, they're coming off a big game last week, held their opponent Mackay to 6 points, but before that they gave up 49 to PSJA, so they'll be looking to continue that defensive run here tonight. And looking at their defense, Axel Hernandez leads the team with 3 sacks from his defensive end spot. Michael Morales had an interception last week, leads the team with 3 picks on the year. Quade Murray had a big week last week, had 9 tackles to lead the team and 63 tackles for the season to lead the Mustangs defense. And of course, looking at their offense, Joseph Lada has played 2 games now at quarterback, and the juniors filled in capably well, throwing for over 150 yards and a touchdown pass. Campbell Spates continues to shine. Spates coming off a 3-touchdown effort last week, and he's had 6 touchdowns in his last 2 games. So his scoring has really picked up, and not that it was ever down. He's got 18 touchdowns for the season, but Spates continuing to fly high, and had over 200 yards rushing last week as well. So he'll be looking for big things this week. Ethan Bazan has caught a touchdown catch in 4 of his last 5 games. He's been a big target. And Michael Morales, we mentioned him as well. They'll sometimes might use him a little bit on the offensive side. So yeah, Memorial, I think, is looking good tonight. They are going on the road against this Waters Lincoln team, so you do have to be careful you don't fall into some kind of a hole early and give the other team some confidence. You want to get on them quickly, but I think Memorial should be able to handle things with the Huskies.
Yeah, you look at Memorial, you have to like where they're at. They weathered the storm against the tougher teams in the district. They've got They've had a few winnable games.
Yeah, the big comeback against Mission, game they won 42-38, and a big comeback from 21 down against PSJA Bears, and nearly pulled that one out.
Yeah, so we'll see what Waters Lincoln brings to the table, if they're going to bring that game that they played against PSJA or the one they played against Rowe. So it's been a tale of two teams for Waters Lincoln, but we'll find out after the game.
Yeah, so we got both our games here tonight, and then Rowe plays tomorrow night.
Yeah. Well, for Mark Mate, I'm Jake Berry. Countdown to kickoff is next, and then afterwards, we'll see you for the Sideline post-game show.
Rio Grande Valley is built on a strong foundation of family. We honor that tradition and are proud to announce that Elsa State Bank and Rio Bank are coming together to make a stronger bank for the Valley. Rio Bank, your kind of bank, your kind of banker.
Falling too fast to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circling as vultures. Negative, nepotist. Whip, run me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip. Word on your lip. Rather that you rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes.
And welcome to DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. Tonight it's District 36A action between the PSJA Bears, the front-running Bears, against the Mackay Bulldogs, looking for an upset. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to McAllen, Texas. I'm Mark May with MITV Sports. We're bringing you this exciting action just moments away from football's kickoff between the Bears and the Bulldogs here tonight at DQ Fan Field. And tonight, as we look at the keys to this game, they've got some keys that we are going to be key for the Mackay Bulldogs if they're going to be pulling this out. One of those is getting some early stops and having a short field. The offense has had its trouble scoring some points, so if they can get some stops on defense and then have a short field for their offense and force a punt and have their short fields to work with, they give themselves better chances to score on that. Of course, they will be receiving here tonight. The second key, mistake-free, and that's, of course, easier said than done, but the Bulldogs want to play a mistake-free game here tonight on offense, defense, and special teams. And speaking of those three, our third key tonight is getting some big plays, and big plays all around. In other words, a big play on offense, the big pass, or a big play on defense with the interceptions or turnovers, and then also big plays on special teams. If they can get some big kick returns of the punt or kickoff or a field goal even, you get some good all-around play, make some big plays on all three, and then the Mackay Bulldogs have a chance to pull off the upset here tonight against these PSJA Bears, who are so far unbeaten in district. We'll take a look at the standings shortly, but first let's take a look at the starters for the Mackay defense and the Mackay offense. And Mackay will be going on offense first here in just a few moments, and it'll be Brian Garza at quarterback, and of course he'll probably alternate with Robert Amador. They've had two quarterbacks they've used most of the year. As we see the Mackay Bulldogs coming out right now. Nice look at the Bulldogs, who will be wearing the purple here tonight with the white pants and the purple helmets. And before we get to the rest of the starters, we'll take a look at the standings for District 36A. And as you can see right there, it's the PSJA Bears at 4-0 in the district. Overall, they are 5-2, winners of 4 straight here tonight. Then, in fact, the Bears could clinch a playoff spot with a win tonight. La Jolla and PSJA North are tied for second right now at 3-1. Then you have a logjam of Mission, Nicky Rowe, and Memorial all at 2-2. Now, keep in mind, only the top 4 go into the playoffs. So, of the 3 teams that are 2-2, 2 of those would stay at home. One of them could advance to the playoffs as the standings are right now. Then Mackay and Juarez Lincoln are in the spoiler role at the moment.
Welcome to another evening of high school football. Underneath Thursday Night Live, featuring the
and there you see the PSJA Bears, who will be wearing white tonight, white pants and white jerseys with the maroon numerals. And the white helmets tonight, the Tri-City Bears in town to play the McAllen Bulldogs, a rivalry that goes back many decades. As we take a look at the starters tonight, Brian Garza at quarterback, although Robert Amador will also see action at quarterback. Sage Diaz and Franklin Arellano, the running backs, although they'll use some other players like Cáceres and Lewis will be in there too. Aldo Morin, Sergio Villarreal, and Ed Castillo round up your receiver corps. Also look for Felipe Magana, who will be a deep threat for these Bulldogs. Offensive line, Zach Mejia is your left tackle, then Kai Hare, Sebastian Buitron, Trey Santos, and Julian Lopez. Santos and Lopez lining up on the right side. And we're taking a look at the defense. Pretty good pass rush here. Mason Brewer and Malachi Dames are the defensive ends. Louis Olandes and Sir Arredondo are the tackles. Defensive for Mackay has gotten 9 sacks this season. So a pretty good pass rush. They've been able to establish linebackers. Trace Gagne, the outside linebacker, is their leading tackler. Jordan Lopez will be in the middle, then Joey Alanis rounding out the linebacker core. In the secondary, I've got the brothers on the corners, David Chiquito and Daniel Chiquito at cornerback, and then the safeties in between, Trip Potter and Shamir Mallard. All four of the secondary players are ball hawks of sorts. They all have at least one interception this season. There we see the PSJA Bears as they go through their alma mater right now. That'll be followed by the McAllen High School alma mater. Then we'll have the national anthem. And then we'll have kickoff between the Bears and Bulldogs. And many fond memories on both sides as both of these teams, the oldest high schools in their respective school districts. Mackay established back in 1909 and PSJA around that same time. So for about 70 to 80 years, they were the only schools in their district. I think PSJA did not expand until PSJA North came in around 1992. And for McAllen High School, their second high school, Memorial, came in around 1980. So the 70s, 60s, and all the way back to the beginning of the 20th century, it was Bears and Bulldogs going at it once a year. They'll be going at it here tonight. And for the first time in a while, they're back in the same district. You can see the Mackay mariachi vocalist who'll be singing the national anthem in just a moment. Right now we're listening to the alma mater from McAllen High School. Let's listen in on the McAllen High School alma mater. Well done, the alma mater. Now we'll have the national anthem with a little bit of a international flair tonight as a vocalist from the McAllen High School Mariachis, the four-time state champion McAllen High School Mariachis, under the direction of Mr. Alex Trevino. We'll be singing our national anthem. And you can see the ROTC color guard moving out to midfield right now. And there's our color guard under the direction of Captain Raul Munguia and Master Sergeant Reyes Rios. We have Abigail Villalba, Norma Mancier, Saul Gonzalez, Amaris Chargois, and Pablo Villarreal. They've got the U.S. flag, the state flag, and the Bulldog Battalion colors as part of their five-man color guard.
And Master Sergeant Reyes Rios, the battalion commander's cadet, Lieutenant Colonel Carlos Santiago. Would everybody please remain standing and remove your hats?
So we'll have the national anthem presentation.
By the McAllen High Mariachi Choral.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the
Very well done. The vocalist from the McAllen High School Mariachis, 4-time state champions. We can certainly see why. Gorgeous voices from those young ladies, and you also saw one of them was signing the national anthem too. First time we've seen that this year, but the American Sign Language, one of the classes that students can take for a foreign language credit here at McAllen ISD. There we see Mr. Alex Trevino took the microphone there. He's the director and instructor for the McAllen High School Mariachis. And now we're looking at the run through for the PSJA Bears and getting ready to come out. Bears unbeaten, winners of 4 straight all-district games. There's our officials for tonight. Ramiro Zuniga in the white cap is your referee. And then also Albert Garza, Alejandro Lopez, Jesse Garcia, and Rodney Kasi. So an excellent crew here for tonight as the Bears are running out onto the field now. And here come the Bears. They started off 1-2, but have since righted the ship. They've won 4 in a row right at the start of district play, including 2 wins over McAllen schools. In the last 2 weeks, they've beaten McAllen Memorial and Nicky Rowe. In fact, their offense really taking off in those 2 games. They had 49 points in a win over Memorial. It was an exciting 49-43 victory for them. And then they beat Rowe last week 48-21. So they've been scoring near 50 points 2 straight games. In fact, overall, the Bears are averaging just over 36 points a game. And so obviously McAllen High School, for them to pull off the upset tonight, will want to keep the score down. As you can see, Mackay is going to set to receive, and PSJA will be kicking off to start this first quarter. We're coming to you live tonight. We've got audio and video for you because UIL rules allow us to bring you the complete game on Thursday night. We can bring it to you live on a Thursday night. On a Friday night, we're allowed only to bring the audio live, and the video can be shown once the game is over. I know sometimes people ask if there's technical problems on Friday night. It's not a technical issue, just a state regulation. We're all set to begin. Mackay and PSJA. By the way, this is Mark May. I'll be joined by Jake Berry shortly into the broadcast. Mario Reyna on hiatus here tonight. He is up north in Austin receiving yet another state award for McAllen ISD's Health Education Program. Mario Reyna in charge of health and PE for McAllen ISD and has had spearheaded a number of recognitions that have led to national recognitions and state recognitions, and another award being awarded to McAllen ISD here tonight for their Student Health Advisory Program. Or Council, Student Health Advisory Council. And here we are to kick things off and start the game. That's Ruben Vera with the kick, and this is going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Mackay ball in good field position. The flag is on the play, and Mackay will probably elect to take it right there, and I believe add 5 yards to the end of the spot. So just underway here in the first quarter. You can see some of the top defenders for PSJA include so it'll be a 5-yard penalty, and that'll move it up right near the 40-yard line. So excellent field position here for the Bulldogs, the 39-yard line, to start this game off. I was mentioning some of the top players in this PSJA team. Number 90 defensive end Manny Castillo is one of their top tacklers and also a good pass rusher. Linebacker Jacob Sanchez, who wears number 11, and a defensive back Juan Zambrano leads the team in interceptions. Here's a reverse on the very first play. This looks like Felipe Magana, and Magana running to his right side, not quite able to clear. I believe it was Manny Castillo, number 90, who brought him down. Only a junior, but second on the team with 61 tackles this year. Just got number 62 a moment ago. So it's a loss of 2 yards. Back to the 37-yard line. Mackay going from left to right. And it'll be second down and 12 for the Bulldogs. Just underway here at DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. You're watching football night in McAllen. And Mackay Bulldogs, as you heard, electing to use a timeout. 11:25 to go here in the first quarter. No score as yet. By the way, it gives us a chance to let you know that coming up Saturday is the area band competition. So we want to congratulate all 3 bands from Mackay, from Rowe, and from Memorial. They each earned Division I ratings, the highest score at the Pigskin Band Jubilee last weekend, and all 3 will compete at the area band competition Saturday at Laredo's Bill Johnson Student Activity Complex. Mackay will compete at 9:45 in the morning. Rowe will take the field at 2:30 and Memorial at 3:15 p.m. Good luck to all 3 McAllen ISD bands at the area competition on Saturday, October 27th. Thursday night football here at DQ Fan Field. So 2nd down and 12 for the Bulldogs. They're going to hand this off. And this looks like Ariano with the carry. Ariano has some good yardage up near a 1st down, up close to midfield. It'll be 3rd down and just a wee bit short. They're going to spot him at the 48-yard line. Gain of 11 on that play. Now we'll take a look at the replay. They kind of faked the sweep to the right and gave it to Ediano coming up the other side. On the tackle, a couple of Bears, Isaac Espino and also Pablo Trevino. So 3rd down and 1 here for the Bulldogs. And Amador is the quarterback. He's going to keep it, spins off one tackler and surges forward for the 1st down. Well, that's great for Mackay to get those 3rd down conversions. Crosses over into Bears territory to the Bear 47-yard line. So here it is again. Amador, you saw he evaded a tackler in the backfield that would have stopped them well short. It gets up to the 47 and picks up the 1st down, a gain of 5. So 1st down as Amador will throw on 1st down. This is caught by Sergio Villarreal, and he runs forward up to the 35-yard line. And that's another 1st down, a 12-yard gain. Another 1st down for the Bulldogs. And on the tackle for PSJA, number 6, Andrew Leitst. See, Leitst fought off Leitst not in on the tackle. It was number 7, J.R. Vasquez, and also Pablo Trevino. And Leitst in there at the end. So 1st and 10, a new set of downs for the Bulldogs. At the Bear 35, they're going to toss this left. This looks like Cáceres, and Cáceres is going to be bottled up for a loss back at the 40-yard line. Loss of 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. That was Daniel Cáceres, a sophomore running back. You see the Bulldog cheerleaders. You can see a lot of pink. It's still October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 9.5 to play in the 1st quarter. No score. Bulldogs driving. 2nd and 15 from the Bear 40. And here's handoff straight ahead. Gets a couple of yards. That's the running back, Fabian Ayala. And it'll be 3rd down and long. They're going to give him credit for 2 yards. There's Amador in there at quarterback. Sebastian Buitron is the center. And Amador back to throw. He's going to throw to his right, and this is caught near the sideline. That's going to be short of the 1st down. Good catch, though, by Magana. Magana, the leading receiver on these Bulldogs, came into tonight with 7 receptions for 145 yards. This will move it up to the 29-yard line, a gain of 9 on the play. So it looks like the Bulldogs might be going for it here on a 4th down and 4. Looks like they will. So the Bulldogs at the Bear 29, 4th down and 4. Put 2 men in the backfield. Amador in the gun. Amador's going to hand this off, running straight ahead, hit at the line, and down he goes. That was Ediano. And it's going to be a turnover on downs. Adiano's 2nd carry tonight just gets back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be Bears football. So Bears will take over with 8:27 to play in the 1st quarter. So Trey Guajardo is the quarterback for the Bears. You heard us talk about him in the pregame. has gone over 2,000 yards passing already, completes 66% of his passes, has 23 touchdowns, has rushed for 5 more. His first pass is a short one, and this is caught by Ethan Castillo. Castillo eventually wrestled down by several Bulldogs, including Trip Potter. And Trip Potter right there, number 21. Also David Chiquito, number 3, in there on that tackle. So a gain of 2 yards on the play. And Guajardo will go in the gun. They put a man in motion. That was Castillo. So Guajardo rolls out to his right. He's going to set and fire this one deep, and is tipped and incomplete. And nearly picked off. In fact, it was excellent coverage by David Chiquito. Trip Potter also back there. So we'll take a look at the replay on this one. You see Guajardo rolled out right. He wanted to go deep all the way. And it was tipped away at the last moment. I believe Chiquito got his hand on that. So 3rd down and 9. Guajardo steps up in the pocket. His pass over the middle, tipped and incomplete. Intended for Miguel Flores. Flores came in as the leading receiver for these Bears, but unable to pull that one down. And so 4th and 9, the Bears punting unit will come on. So this is what we talked about in the pregame, was the Bulldogs getting some stops and forcing the Bears to punt from their own end of the field. The Bulldogs have the potential to get some good field position here. Jared DeLeon will be the punter. Oh, Bulldogs put on a big rush. But they get the punt off. It's going to be a little bit short. And take a little bit of a Bulldog bounce before it's killed at the Bulldog 45. So a punt of 23 yards with no return. So Bulldogs will have some good field position for their second possession. This will be Bulldog 45 with 7:33 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Bulldogs have almost kind of a wishbone formation. And Brian Garza in there at quarterback as we have a whistle.
False start, number 2, offense, 5 yards, first down.
So 5 yards against the Bulldogs. I'll move it back to the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15. Brian Garza, number 6 in there at quarterback. He and Amador have shared duties at quarterback all season long. They're both pretty even in terms of their yards per completion. Garza averages 17.3 yards per completion. Amador at 17.7. So 1st and 15, 2 receivers split wide to the left. They're going to put Magana in motion and give him the football on kind of a sweep, but unable to turn that corner. And he's brought down by Trevino, number 22 for the Bears. That'll move him back to the 37-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 17. Actually, officially 18. Ediano and Diaz in the backfield with Garza, who's being rushed. Going to have to run it, and now will run it, and forced out of bounds. Trevino was close to him, as was Robert Grimaldo, number 52 there on your screen. Grimaldo's a defensive lineman, and 2-yard pickup there for Garza as we take a look at the replay. So 3rd down for the Bulldogs. I'll put trips to the left side. They've got Jackson Helmkamp in there for the first time. Helmkamp, a two-way player on the extreme outside left as Garza looks left, and now is running way back. He's going to have to throw this away. I think he wanted to go to the left side, but nothing there for him. And threw the ball away. Now there's a couple of flags down. This might be in the area of holding. And we'll see what that's about.
Holding, 51, offense. That's decline. Fourth down.
So you can hear the referee say the Bears declined that because it forces a fourth down. Ramiro Zuniga, our referee tonight.
Holding is declined. Fourth down.
So the Bulldogs bring the punting unit on for the first time. Now, Amador, who is also a quarterback, is also the punter. It was 4th and 16 in their own end of the field. They probably will punt it. Garza, the other quarterback, will stay in. He is the up back in that punt formation. Amador kicks this high. And this will be good field position for the Bears. Let's see, I think they're going to spot this actually in Bulldog territory at the 49-yard line. So a net punt of just 10 yards. So it'll be at the 49 and 6:28 to play here in the first quarter. No score as yet. There's Coach Kevin Brewer in his 6th year as head coach of the Bulldogs. Bulldogs and Bears going at it here tonight at DQ Fan Field. Bears, best field position they've had at the 49 in Bulldog territory. Throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Looked like it was intended for Ethan Castillo. Pass was a little behind him, and they'll bring up 2nd down and 10. So Guajardo, who came in with a 66% completion percentage, is just 1 for 4 to start in this game. 2nd down and 10 for the Bears. I'll put a man in motion. They're going to hand this off. J.R. Vasquez, his first carry, and he's hit at about the 45 in Bulldog territory, then forced back. I think they're going to give him forward progress up to the 46 and a gain of 3. It'll bring up 3rd down. First run tonight for the Bears. And number 7, Vasquez, came in with 561 yards, averaging about 7.5 a carry. And here on 3rd down and 7, Bears go no huddle. Guajardo back to throw, has protection. His pass over the middle is incomplete. Good coverage there by David Chiquito. It looks like it was intended for Marco Guajardo, who's their 2nd leading receiver on this team. And the Bears, once again, may be forced to punt the football. So here the Bears on 4th down and 7 elect to go for it. And it's Trey Guajardo, the quarterback, who runs it straight ahead and picks up the first down, 4th and 7. So a gutsy play there as they lined up, shotgun, and Guajardo just ran straight ahead. Came in with 500 yards rushing in this game. 2nd leading rusher on this team. Was brought down by Daniel Chiquito. And also the linebacker Jordan Rivera, but not before he picked up the first down at the 35-yard line. Here on 1st and 10, they're going to flare this out to the right side, and it looks like it's incomplete, a little bit short for Castillo. So 2nd down and 10 from the Bulldog 35. .5:19 to go in the first quarter. No score. As we see, Guajardo's going to flare this out to the right side. This is caught by Vasquez and unable to make a man miss. It was a good open field tackle there by Daniel Chiquito. And to bring up 3rd down. That's a 32-yard line, a gain of 3. So this will bring up 3rd down. And now they try to sweep this to the right side. That doesn't go anywhere. That was Vasquez on the carry. The Bulldogs have that read beautifully. I think Jordan Rivera in there on that, and also Mason Brewer, the defensive end. So they might go for it again here on 4th down. They went for it on 4th and 7, now facing a 4th and 5, and Guajardo, yes, going to run it straight ahead, just like he did before. It looks like he picks up the first down all the way to the 23-yard line, a pickup of 8 yards on 4th and short. So another first down for the Bears, who have gone for it twice on fourth down in this series. Quarterback Guajardo throws it out to the left side, and Flores, with his first catch, sprints across the 20 and is thrown down at around the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play. Trip Potter with the tackles. We take a look at the replay. I think Malachi Dames also in there on that stop, as Guajardo on 2nd and 7, roll out right and hits his man. It is stripped away and incomplete. Great defensive play by Daniel Chiquito, as that was right in the breadbasket of Flores, or rather Vasquez, and thanks to the play of Chiquito, he was able to strip that out. The Mackay Steppers like that one. And I was correct the first time. It was Flores, the intended receiver. Daniel Chiquito making a great play there. It's two brothers. Daniel is the senior and David Chiquito is the junior. And Guajardo on 3rd down and 7. Evades one would-be sacker, is able to flip the ball out. It's caught by Guajardo, and he gets near the first down before he's wrestled down by Helmkamp. And this might be close enough for a first down. Guajardo kind of improvised that one. So he got the ball out to Guajardo, Marco Guajardo. Now take a look at the replay. Malachi Dames was very close to the sack when Guajardo forced to get rid of it. So it's actually going to be 4th and 1 now. Guajardo will run it straight ahead, picks up the first down at the 10, still going to the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. 6-yard run on 4th and 1. And it's now 3 first down conversions. And here we go on 1st and goal at the 5. Guajardo rolling out to his left, decides to keep it, breaks a tackle, and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Bears are on the board early, 6-0, with 2:51 to go here in the first quarter. And boy, the Bears had to really fight for it. They had to convert 4th down 3 times on that drive in order to get the touchdown. Guajardo running in for his 6th rushing score of the year. Bears lead it by 6 right here in the first quarter. Jared De Leon will be the kicker. Castillo the holder. It's a high snap, kick is up and away, and it is good. Just inside the right upright, and the score with 2:51 to go in the first quarter is the PSJA Bears 7 and the Mackay Bulldogs nothing. We're taking a look at the replay here. Guajardo initially wanted to throw, then decided to keep it and ran it in for the touchdown. Bears lead 7-0 early. You're watching Football Night in McAllen. Doing the smile cam here at DQ Fan Field. Bears ready to kick off now. Bears up 7-0. This is a high kick, going to be fielded about the 8-yard line. And this is Villarreal running up ahead across the 20, spin move across the 30 up to about the 32-yard line before he's finally brought down by PSJA defender Ruben Vera, who is the kicker actually. And the Bulldogs will start off with a good field position once again at their own 32-yard line. Well, that PSJA scoring drive started at the the Bobcat, I'm getting all my teams mixed up, the Bulldog 49-yard line. And from there was an 11-play drive. You don't see those very often, but they had 3 fourth down conversions, an 11-play, 49-yard drive. And the Bears lead it 7-0. So 1st and 10. Bulldogs at their 32-yard line. Going to flare this out to the right side. Magana catches it. And a nice open field tackle there by Juan Zambrano, number 3. after a short gain by Magana. Zambrano came in, one of the top defensive backs in the district, has 4 interceptions and 4 fumble recoveries this game, so really has a nose for the football as we see this replay of the pass from Garza. It's a gain of 2. Second down and 8 now for the Bulldogs. Mackay band, Mackay steppers in fine form. Handoff. Looks like it got maybe back to the line of scrimmage, possibly a yard. That was Cáceres on the handoff, brought down by Jacob Sanchez. Jacob Sanchez, the linebacker for the Bears. They are going to give him credit for 1 yard. It's going to bring up third down and long. So third down and 7. Bulldogs at their 35. 4 down linemen for the Bears. They've got the linebackers all in close, expecting to run. It is a run. It's Ediano, and Ediano pulled down by his shoelaces after a short gain up to about the 38-yard line, a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down and about 4. Down to 1:15 left in the first quarter. This replay there. I think it was Trevino in there on the tackle with a couple of other Bear teammates. Bulldogs in punt formation. We've got a different punter in there. That's Ediano. Or correction, that's Tito Cantu. Tito Cantu's punt is deep all the way to about the Bear 20. The Bears won't have any return. An excellent punt there. And the Bears will stop deep in their own end at their own 20-yard line. A 42-yard punt with no return by Tito Cantu. So 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Well, they're announcing that senior citizens 65 and over can get free admission to tomorrow night's game. In fact, every Friday night home game, they can get free admission plus a free drink and a free popcorn. Can't beat that deal as we have a flag on the first down. Tomorrow's game will be Nicky Rowe and Mission.
Ball start, 72, 5 yards, replay, first down.
So a penalty against the Bears is 5 yards. They'll move them back to their own 15. So a chance here for the Bulldogs that they can get a stop. We talked about that as one of our keys. They get a stop here and force the Bears to punt from deep in their own end. So Guajardo will give it a draw to Vasquez, who has a lot of room, gets the penalty yardage back up to about the 23-yard line for Helmkamp and Daniel Chiquito bring him down. A gain of 8 on the play. And it'll bring up second down. So second down, 7. Guajardo will go out of the gun. He's got 3 receivers to his left. He rolls out left and wants to throw it over the middle. It's caught there, first down. And a good catch there by Ethan Castillo, who caught that in traffic for Potter brought him down along with Mallard. That'll be a gain all the way up to the 39-yard line. Gain of 16 on the play. And there's the end of the first quarter. And our score is the PSJA Bears 7 and the McAllen Bulldogs nothing. Bears with a fresh set of downs at their own 39. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the second quarter in a moment. You're watching Football Night in McAllen. And back on DQ Fan Field, second quarter, and the Bulldogs put on the rush on Guajardo right at the snap of the ball and get the sack, their 10th sack of the year. Nice play by the Bulldogs. That looked like Trace Gagne coming in along with Isaiah Rodriguez. So we take a look at the replay here. See, it was Rodriguez who got there first and Guajardo, and then Gagne to finish things off. a loss of 7 on the play, back to their own 32-yard line. And on second down, they're going to flare this out to the right side, and it's caught by Justin Morales. And Daniel Chiquito and Trace Gagne in there on the tackle for that one. Bring up third down and long. Third down at about 8. So you move up to the 41, a gain of 9. Teams have switched in, so the Bears now moving left to right. Bulldogs right to left. Shotgun snap to Guajardo. Has time, steps up in the pocket, fires this one off. It's caught on the near side. And a short run, looks like it's going to be enough for a first down, just barely, as it's caught by J.R. Vasquez. I think Chiquito and Gagne again in there on the tackle. Gagne, the leading tackler on the Bulldogs team. And Daniel Chiquito came in with 28 tackles tonight. Gagne came in with 49. That was a gain of 8, and I think they are saying first down, yes. The chains had not moved, but the referee Zuniga saw that, and so he blew his whistle so the chains could move. So Bears first and 10, their own 49-yard line. 10:22 to go in the second quarter. Bears up by a touchdown. And the Bulldogs look like they're blitzing again as Guajardo fires over the middle. And this is caught right near the first down marker. The tackle on the play by Shamir Mallard. And on the catch, that's the second catch for Justin Morales. And they're going to call it a 9-yard pickup. We're at the Bulldog 42. So second down and 1. I'll put Morales in motion. Guajardo wants to throw. Looking over the middle, now throws it over the middle. It's tipped. Tipped again, and incomplete. Helmkamp nearly picked it off, as did Daniel Chiquito, also had a shot at it. And Castillo, the intended receiver, also had a shot at it. 3 different players, I think, tipped that ball or came very near to it. Take a look at the replay here. Guajardo wanted to go over the middle the whole time, kept waiting for Castillo to uncover. You can see there, Helmkamp nearly picked it up off the ground. Now then here's this short pass. This is caught by Castillo, has the first down and more as he races down inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 17. Make that 19. And a new first down for the Bears. Oh, there's the Mackay volleyball team. Congratulations to Mackay Volleyball. See Coach Paula Dodge on the left side and the Mackay Volleyball players right there. They've qualified for the state playoffs for the 16th year in a row. They'll be playing a seeding game on Saturday to determine second place with Nikki Rowe. Saturday at 2 o'clock, Mackay Gym, as Guajardo rolls out to his right, throws over the middle, looking for Castillo, and throws it incomplete. How about those Lady Bulldogs? They just keep rocking and rolling every single year under Coach Dodge. And actually, I want to congratulate all 3 McAllen ISD teams, all 3 going to the playoffs. McAllen Memorial District champions, Nikki Rowe also in, and Mackay. In fact, Rowe and Mackay tied for second place in that district. As Guajardo rolls out to his left on 2nd and 10, throws, caught close to a first down. Good catch by Marco Guajardo. David Chiquito on the tackle. We're going to spot this at about the 14, so I think it'll be just a yard shy and bring up third down. So there's actually just 1 for 4 on third down. Guajardo rolls out to his right side, being chased by Gagne, and now wants to runs into his own man, and Dames is going to be there to get the sack. Or excuse me, Luis Olandes gets the sack. Olandes with his 3rd sack of the year pulls him back down at the 17-yard line, a loss of 3 on the play. You can see Gagne cut off Guajardo at one point, and Olandes was able to wrap him up at the other side. So Bears might just go for it. They are 3 for 3 on 4th down already.
Timeout.
We've got a whistle, and this
McAllen.
is going to be
That's the second timeout, first half.
timeout called by the Bulldogs. So they want to talk things over. It was 7:59 to play here in the second quarter, and the Bears leading 7-0 and lined up to go for it, possibly on a 4th and 5. We see the Mackay volleyball team once again. And they'll be in the state playoffs starting next week. They'll have a seeding game to determine the second seed against Nicky Rose Saturday at 2. That'll be at the Mackay Gym, so come out and support the Lady Bulldogs. And best of luck, the Lady Bulldogs, who are in the playoffs for the 16th straight year. And there see Coach Kevin Brewer, head coach of the Bulldogs football team. Bulldogs defense back on the field now, trying to get a stop of the Bears on 4th and 5. Bears are in field goal range. I mean, from here it would be about a 35-yard attempt. There's no wind, but they're electing to go for it, apparently. And Guajardo's going to roll it to his right on 4th and 5. Now going back to his left, being shadowed. Dame's trying to get there, and Guajardo is able to get past him just barely and pick up the first down. I think that's one where the Bulldogs had it read, but Guajardo, using that athletic ability, able to pick up the first down. Picked up 6 yards on 4th and 5. Actually got exactly 5 yards. And the Bears now 4 for 4 on 4th down. 1st and 10, the 12-yard line. Guajardo steps up in the pocket, throws, caught at about the 5 and brought down around the 4. Good tackle by Tripp Potter. Receiver was Justin Morales. Morales has about 3 or 4 catches already in this game. This will be an 8-yard pickup. So now Guajardo rolling out to his right on 2nd down, throws into the end zone, and it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. Guajardo so far in this game has completed 11 of 14 passes for 95 yards. A lot of short passes. Guajardo on 3rd down and 2, rolling out to his right, is going to be sacked. Big play by the Mackay defense. They had the blitz on. That was Shamir Mallard in there, along with Olandes again. Olandes with 2 sacks here on this drive. That'll force 4th down. As you see on the replay here, also want to credit Isaiah Rodriguez, who's the first man there. So a loss of 7, and it'll be 4th down. They're going to attempt a field goal this time. This will be a 28-yard attempt by Jared De Leon from the left hash mark. Good snap and hold. The kick is up and away, and it's good. So a 28-yard field goal is good. And the Bears now lead it 10-0 with 6:33 to play in the second quarter. See the Bulldog fans there. Drive for the Bears started at their own 32-yard line. They had to convert on 4th down to keep it alive. Second time they got to 4th down, they elected to bring the field goal unit out there. So again, the Bulldogs defense playing steadfast here tonight. I think they're doing the smile cam and the fan cam up there. That was a 10-play drive by the Bears. It started at their own 32. It fizzled at the 11. They kicked a 28-yard field goal. Jared De Leon to make it 10-0. Took over 6 minutes off the clock on that possession. So here's the kickoff. And this will be high and be fielded about the 8-yard line. And this is Magana with it, bringing it up to the middle. Has some good space there where he's finally brought down by Joey Garza. And a flag comes down after the play. Magana got out to the 30-yard line. And we'll see what this flag is about. So Magana will trot off. And see what the referee has to tell us.
Pushing it back. 14. Receiving team. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So that's a spot foul, so we'll see where this will move it all the way back to the 16-yard line. Just the second penalty on the Bulldogs. Nice, cool night, perfect night for football here on football night at McAllen as Garza rolls out to throw, tries to hit Tito Cantu, and that's going to be incomplete. Be second down. Bulldogs backed up to their own 16-yard line. Bulldog passing tonight, 3 for 5. So Amador and Garza splitting the duties. Cantu and Diaz in the backfield, and it's going to be Diaz is going to get the carry, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. The Bears were all over that one. Jacob Sanchez in there on the tackle along with Robert Grimaldo, and it'll bring up third down. So that's a loss of 5 yards, so it'll bring up third down and 15. Clock running at under 6 minutes to play in the first half. Bears up 10-0. Bears being held way below their scoring prowess. There it came in averaging 36.6 points a game and have scored 49 and 48 points respectively the last 2 weeks. Garza flushed out of the pocket on third down, throws toward the sideline. They had intended for Daniel Chiquito, but might have been just throwing it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. Daniel Chiquito, along with Jackson Helmkamp, they're both two-way players. They'll play offense and defense. So he's closely guarded on the play by number 6, Andrew Leitzt. The Bears got the PSJA on their helmet, along with the big capital T for Tri-Cities. Far, San Juan, and Alamo. In fact, PSJA is located, the high school is located in San Juan. So 4th and 15 now for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs elect to use their final timeout of the half with 5:29 to go here in the second quarter. PSJA on top by a score of 10-0. And we'll take a break. Be back in just a moment on Football Night at McAllen.
At Lone Star National Bank, we are making a difference because we believe prosperity is best measured by the communities we help build and the lives we help change. Lone Star National Bank, proud to be the Valley's bank.
And back here at DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium, I'm Mark May. Hope you're enjoying this game. We've got a close one here between the PSJA Bears and Mackay Bulldogs. 10-0 Bears at this point. And Bulldogs facing a 4th and 15 right now with 5:29 to go in the second quarter. So the Bulldogs bring the punting unit on there. Tito Cantu will be the punter, standing about 3 yards deep in his own end zone. Bears receiver is standing at about the Bulldog 46. The highest punt. It's going to be muffed but picked up at about the 43. Then run up ahead across the 35 to the 30 and down to about the 28-yard line. A good little return there by Ethan Castillo. Castillo, a junior wide receiver, didn't panic when he dropped the football, was able to race ahead for about a 12-yard gain. And the Bears will have good field position here at the Mackay 29-yard line. So second possession, they'll have started in Mackay territory. 5:15 to go here before halftime. Bears have all 3 of their timeouts. Officials timeout at the moment. And they're announcing that they'll be passing the helmet at halftime. So Mackay Quarterback Club and the Mackay Volleyball team are combining on a Fight Against Cancer campaign. They'll be passing the helmet to collect funds as Guajardo on first down steps him in the pocket, hits his man about the 25, first down, and a little bit more there for Morales. And Morales-Guajardo combination has been clicking all night for them. This will be a first down all the way up to the Mackay 14-yard line. Gain of 15 on the play. So now Guajardo with trips to his left will roll out left, is being chased. Vasquez puts on a good block, so they throw into the end zone. It's tipped and incomplete. And now a flag comes down. It was intended for Marco Guajardo. And they might be calling a pass interference here on Mackay as a defender never did turn around. So you take a look at the replay. That's a tough one if you're a defensive back. I mean, trying to look at the receiver and determine when you should turn around to look back at the quarterback to see if the ball's in the air. Oh, now they're saying no foul on the play. So good defending there. It's David Chiquito. I kind of hesitated to give his name as I thought they were calling a penalty on him. But David Chiquito with terrific defending. And Coach Lupe Rodriguez right there walking away in your screen. Probably not too happy about that, but he'll adjust. The team's 2nd and 10. Lupe Rodriguez, you might remember that name from the Mission Eagles. He was the quarterback of the Eagles, and they made some deep playoff runs in the late 1980s, back in the Rusty Dowling days, as Guajardo goes back to throw on 2nd and 10, flushed out of the pocket. The Bulldog pass rush just ferocious, coming to get to him. So he throws it into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. Oh, the Bulldogs seem to be swarming around Guajardo, but Guajardo never did panic, and he found Marco Guajardo, who continued to fight for open space in the back of the end zone and caught that for a 14-yard touchdown catch. So they'll bring on the extra point unit. Castillo will be the holder, and De Leon is the kicker. It's a good snap and hold, and kick is away and good. And De Leon now 2 for 2. And the team, the Bears, lead it 17-0 here in the second quarter. 4 minutes, 50 seconds before halftime. Bulldogs will be getting the ball when we come back. You're watching Football Night in McAllen. And Levy with another look at the touchdown. And welcome back to Football Night at McAllen. Another look at the touchdown there. Guajardo was forced to scramble, and Marco Guajardo kept scrambling with him. And it ended up as a Bear touchdown. For Guajardo, his 24th touchdown pass of the season. In just 8 games, a little over 7 games, really. 17-0 Bears. And here's the kick. This will be going out of bounds, so this will work out for the Bulldogs. They'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Illegal kick out of bounds. Kicking team, 5 yards, re-kick.
Well, they're going to do a 5-yard mark-off and have him re-kick instead. So that'll be the 3rd penalty against the Bears. Been rather light as far as flags go in this game, only 5 combined penalties. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. So we take a look at Sergio Villarreal back to receive. He's averaging about 17 yards per kick return. And it'll be Jared DeLeon to reset the football and kick it off again, this time from his own 35-yard line. Sometimes this works out, as we see Magana back there also to receive. He's got a lot of speed. A lot of times this might work out for the return team, because the kicking team has just sprinted the length of the field nearly, and it might be a little winded here, being forced to kick it off a second time. Let's see what happens. De Leon's going to kick this one short to that soft area. Be picked up at the 15-yard line. We run across the 20-yard line. It's Magana trying to get to the outside. Oh, and pulled down by the shoestrings. Well, shoestring tackle by Jaden Arrington. Looked like Magana had some space there. Just as it was developing, Arrington was there for the tackle. Bulldogs will have it at their own 24-yard line with 4:43 to go before halftime. Now, Bulldogs are out of timeouts. They still have plenty of time. Garza in there at quarterback. And he'll hand this off. That's Ediano with it, and he'll be bottled up at the line of scrimmage. Several Bears in there, including J.J. Barrientos and Jacob Sanchez. He's actually going to be a loss of 2 yards. Second and 12 as the clock is running. Ediano, a senior fullback for these Bulldogs. The Bulldogs will have 2 lined up wide to the left as Garza wants to throw to the left, and it's go over from Magana, who's caught but pulled down as soon as he makes the catch. Beats on the tackle. And actually just a pickup of 1 yard. So I bring up third down. Bulldogs have converted only once on third down in this game. Right now facing a 3rd and 11. Garza in the gun. Gonna play action. Steps up into the pocket, throws it deep down the field. It's a little bit of a tussle down there as it goes incomplete, intended for Magana. Magana thinks that he might have been held. East was on the coverage, and it brings up 4th down and 11. So you take a look at the replay as Garza was looking for the home run ball for Magana. Magana caught an 80-yarder earlier this season. Couldn't really see anything there, but you can see Magana was certainly feeling that something had been done. Tito Cantu into punt. This is going to be high. Going to be fielded in Bear territory about the 46 by Castillo. Gets it up to about the 49. A 3-yard return of a 31-yard punt. So it'll be the Bears with 3:09 to play before halftime. The Bears do have all 3 of their timeouts. So a chance for them to get another score here. They led 7-0 after the first quarter, and they've scored 10 unanswered here in this second quarter. They're going to spot the ball right on the 50. Four receivers to the left side. They do a flanker screen to the left. It's Vasquez with it. I think that's Flores actually with the catch. Hard to tell the difference between the 1 and the 7 on those jerseys as Flores with the catch gets up to about the 45-yard line in Bulldog territory, so a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Trip Potter with the tackle. So Fajardo out of the gun. Mackay rushes 5, and he's going to hit Vasquez in the right side of the field. Picks up the first down after he breaks a tackle. Finally brought down by Helmkamp and a couple of other Bulldogs, including Kai Jaime. I think Isaiah Rodriguez also in there. It's a gain of 14, however. And now Guajardo's going to hand this off. Vasquez is caught in the backfield being pulled down. Flag comes down. So Bulldogs with a big defensive play there. That was Kai Jaime who pulled Vasquez down for a big loss, but a flag did come in late. Clock stopped momentarily with 2:09 to play in the first half.
Personal foul. Grasping the face mask. 56, defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
So a tough break there for the Bulldogs as they had Vasquez in the backfield for about a 5-yard loss, but as you heard, grabbing the face mask, and that's 15 yards and an automatic first down. So that'll move it. That's a spot foul, so it's actually just a net gain of 10 yards. As we see Guajardo back to throw on 1st and 10. Being flushed out of the pocket, hurdles one man as he tried to run it, and the Bulldogs finally tackle him. And now the ball comes out, and there's a flag out. I think this was well after the play, though. There was no fumble. And I think it's going to be officially a sack, but we see what the flag is about.
Dead ball. Unnecessary roughness. 76. Offense. 15-yard penalty. Third down.
Wow. And that was after the down, so it's already going to be second down with the loss of a yard. And then the 15 yards. So the Bears not going to be happy with that one. That moves them out of field goal range too, with a minute 50 to go here before halftime. So right now they're back at the Bulldog 37-yard line. They're calling it 1st and 26, but I think it's actually second down, as Guajardo's going to throw it deep down the left side, and it's incomplete. Looks like Marco Guajardo had a hand on it, and I think a Bulldog may have gotten a hand in there too. It's incomplete pass. And now the scoreboard reads second down, but I believe it's now third down and 26. And you can see on the replay there, Guajardo hit him in the breadbasket. Couldn't bring it down. Coverage on the play, David Chiquito. And we got a timeout right now. Officials have not signaled whose timeout it is, or if it's an official's timeout. It's a timeout called by the Bears now. PSJA uses their first timeout.
First half.
With a minute 39 to go here before halftime. And we'll take a break. We'll be back with more football night at McAllen here in just a moment.
We love a good game, but here at Bogus, we don't believe in games and gimmicks when you're buying a new vehicle. Just real deals, friendly service, and fair prices. It's better at Bogus, in Harlingen, in McAllen, and always at bogusford.com.
Back here at DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium, late first half, Bears 17, Bulldogs nothing. A little bit of confusion out there as the scoreboard had read second down and 26. On the field, they have it as fourth down and 26. I have it as third down and 26. But they put it fourth down now, I guess, is the official down, as Guajardo rolls out to his left side. He's being chased, going to have to throw this. He's caught around the 30, still well short of the first down as he runs up ahead up to the 20-yard line. That's Morales, tackled by David Chiquito at the 20-yard line, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the Bears, 4th and 15, not able to convert. And the Bulldogs will have it, of course, factoring into that decision, as the Bulldogs now have to go 80 yards with no timeouts, a minute 30 on the clock. So I think that was a factor in their decision to roll the dice there a little bit. It's a 17-yard gain on 4th down and 26. Bulldogs at their own 20 now. This is Garza is going to keep it and run for about 1 yard up to the 21-yard line. Now remember, Bulldogs can't stop it, so the clock will run at minute 20 and counting. unless the Bears elect to stop it.
Timeout, PSJA high. That's the
And
second
that's
timeout, first half.
Exactly what the Bears elect to do. They think they can get the ball back and stop the Bulldogs. We'll see what happens. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Football Night in McAllen.
I always tell my students I'm a product of McAllen ISD. I always tell them if I made it from being in certain areas and certain schools and I'm successful, they're able to have that success or even reach and do more. So I'm very proud to be born and raised and be a product of McAllen ISD.
And we're back here on Football Night in McAllen. I'm Mark May. Hope you're enjoying it. Mario Reyna off tonight. He'll be with us tomorrow night when Nicky Rowe takes on the Mission Eagles. And right now, a 2nd down and 9 for the Bulldogs, their own 21. Garza wants to throw it. And this, nearly picked off. It goes incomplete. Nearly intercepted by Jacob Sanchez, the linebacker. And he might have had 6 had he been able to hang on to it. It'll bring up 3rd down. Clock is stopped at 1:15. So the Bears, still with 1 timeout, can keep that one in their pocket. Imagine the Bulldogs will keep this next play on the ground. Force the Bears to use their last timeout. Bears touchdowns from their quarterback, Trey Guajardo, who ran one in from 5 yards, and Guajardo threw a touchdown pass to Marco Guajardo from 14 yards. Our 2 touchdowns here as Garza from a shotgun rolls out to his right side and is forced to throw that away. Did have Helmkamp kind of in the area, but threw that one away, and it'll bring up 4th down. It stops the clock with 1:09. So the Bears will get one more possession here before halftime with 1 timeout in their pocket. Kanchu into punt. And Garza, the quarterback, is the up back. Kanchu gets that one off. And this will be away from Castillo, so he won't be able to return it. It's going to take a huge Bulldog roll all the way back to the Bear 26-yard line. Be killed there with 52 seconds now in the first half. So a terrific punt there all the way to the Bear 27-yard line. Boy, that was 52 yards with no return. Outstanding punt. 52 seconds left before halftime. Let's see what the Bears decide to do here. They do have a pretty vaunted passing game, and so far they've thrown for 160 yards. So we know they can certainly throw the football. So Guajardo, and here's a big blitz coming on, and they get the pass off to Castillo, who has some room now, has the first down, and doesn't get out of bounds. Is tackled near the 35-yard line, around the 36. Had a chance to get out of bounds and then started to dart upfield, and the Bulldogs wrapped him up and brought him down.
Timeout, PSJA high. That's the final timeout, first half.
The Bears used their final timeout, stopping the clock with 39 seconds left before halftime. And they still haven't signaled first down. And now they do. It's a gain of 10. You see the replay there. Guajardo had to get rid of it quickly as the Bulldogs had put the blitz on. Bulldogs pass rush has been effective tonight. You can see on the tackle there, Jordan Rivera, one of about 4 Bulldogs in there on the tackle. And want to congratulate the McAllen ISD music students, high school students, who earned 9 spots on the all-region jazz team. This is Region 15 in the auditions earlier this fall. And 9 spots. 3 were Mac High performers and 3 from Memorial, 3 from Rowe. So on 1st and 10, they'll throw this to Castillo left side, who has a first down and more and still going, and then fumbles the football. I think he may have recovered or it went out of bounds. He fumbled right on the sideline. Either way, the Bears will retain control. It gets all the way down to the Bulldog 38-yard line. 26-yard pickup. So take a look at the replay here. So a gain of 26 yards and a first down. And now breaking a tackle over the middle is a big catch by Marco Guajardo as he races all the way forward up near the 10-yard line. And this will bring up 1st and goal. Now the Bears can't stop the clock. Clock is stopped at 19 at the moment while they reset. Now it's moving at 14 seconds, 13. From the 9, Guajardo's going to run a play here. If he gets tackled in bounds, it's over. Flag is down. Ball is caught at the 1, and in for an apparent touchdown is Marco Guajardo with 7 seconds left.
10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
And it's going to come off the board. As you heard, the penalty is against the Bears. Bears with a 10-yard penalty. That's going to wipe out a touchdown pass, a 9-yarder from Trey Guajardo to Marco Guajardo. And this will move the ball out to the 19-yard line. I wonder if the Bears will think about field goal here with 7 seconds left. They can't stop the clock if there's a tackle in bounds. Guajardo going to throw toward the end zone, left side, incomplete, and the clock stops with 2 seconds left. I imagine they'll bring on the field goal unit. It'll be a 36-yard attempt from right here. There is no wind. Actually, the ball's at the 18, so this would be a 36-yard attempt. That looks like what they're going to do. No, it isn't. They're going to stay in there and run an offensive play. So last play of the half, Bulldogs put on the blitz. They complete this at the 15-yard line, right up to the 10, now to the 5-yard line, and in for the touchdown, Miguel Flores. And the Bears roll the dice and complete a 19-yard pass for a touchdown on the last play of the first half and complete a 73-yard scoring drive. That was a thing of beauty. They had just 52 seconds on the clock when the drive started, and they score on the last play of the first half from 19 yards out. Castillo caught the ball at around Flores caught the ball at around the 15-yard line and raced in the end zone for the touchdown. Second touchdown pass of the night for Trey Guajardo. They have the extra point unit out there. And De Leon's extra point is up, and it is good. Boy, that was a killer right there. As the Bears score the last play of the first half to take a 24-0 lead here at halftime. So we'll have the halftime performances from the PSJA Bears and the Mac High Bulldogs marching bands in the second half of football as we take another look at that touchdown. It was caught by Flores kind of over the middle. The Bulldogs were blitzing. And Flores was running from right to left, caught the ball at around the 16-yard line and raced in for the touchdown. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with the band performances in just a moment. Enjoy the halftime. This is Football Night in McAllen.
At Rio Bank, our goal is to help you grow and prosper with the right financial tools, quality customer service, and banking done with honesty and integrity. Rio Bank, your kind of bank, your kind of banker.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the equipment provided by the Mac High Band. Let's hear it for the Mac High Steppers. Matthew Steppers. As many of you are aware, the MITV will be traveling to Toledo tomorrow afternoon for this Saturday's JLL Junior Marching Band. 6 a.m. the winner of the First Division game of PSJA last weekend advanced to this contest, which will determine who advances yet again to the UNL State Marching Contest on Saturday. Tomorrow at 4 p.m., the band will perform a show of Arms Town and Home for family, community members, and the student body at a special Saturday here in the stadium. If you can make it, please come out and cheer for them as they prepare for this major junior contest. The next band in Conference 6A is the McAllen High School Band from McAllen, Texas. McAllen High School's program is entitled "A Love for the Spirit" and features original music by composer William P. Gibbon. Drum majors, Eric Martinez, Ezra Lewis, and Dylan Lewis. We will begin the performance from the UNL Area Junior Marching Contest. ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for the pride of McAllen. And now, Bulldog fans, get on your feet and please join us for the traditional spelling of McAllen as the band performs the football classic National Emblem March in the McAllen Fight Song.
Falling too fast to prepare for these. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circling as vultures. Negative, nepotist.
Welcome back for the second half of football. DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. Bears on top of the Bulldogs as we get ready to start this second half of football. It's the Bears leading 24-0. They led 7-0 after one quarter and exploded for 17 points, including a heartbreaker of a touchdown pass from 19 yards out on the very last play of the first half. And they lead it 24-0. And it'll be the Bears to receive to start this third quarter. And so the Bulldogs defense will need to come up big here in the third to give the offense, let the offense a chance to get back in gear here. By the way, I was talking to a longtime Mackay football historian, Mr. Juan Medrano, up here in the press box at halftime. And he tells me this is the 72nd all-time meeting between PSJA and Mackay. First meeting back in 1926. That was a 37-0 win for Mackay back in 26. I'll tell you the series record in just a moment. It's the kickoff fielded at the 9-yard line by Marco Guajardo. Run up across the 20, takes a big hit there and falls down at the 26-yard line. It was wrapped up by Roland Briceño for the Bulldogs. So the Bears will start at their own 26-yard line, 1st and 10, going right to left. Also in there on the tackle for the Bulldogs, Ramsey Reyes trotting off the field. Bulldogs lead the all-time series 46-25 with 5 ties. And this, of course, the 72nd meeting. So we take a look at the McAllen skyline, 68 degrees and no wind at all. It's cloudy up there. It was a gray overcast skies all day. It's been a beautiful day. And nice, cool football weather, too. And here on first down is J.R. Vasquez running to the right side. He's been mostly held in check tonight as he runs this one for, that might be his longest run, actually. That's a 10-yard pickup, and it'll be a first down. It'll be 11 yards, actually, up to the PSJA 37. Bears with just 29 yards rushing in the first half. And Most of their yardage picked up through the air. 215 yards passing in the first half by Guajardo, who wants to throw here on first down. Throws right side, is picked off. Picked off by Helmkamp. Jackson Helmkamp steps in front of that one, steps out of bounds, and the Bulldogs will have it in Bear territory. Jackson Helmkamp with his first pick of the year. Of course, he's caught 4 passes on the offensive side, so knows how to catch, and there he gets to spike the football into the trash can. Big play. First turnover of the game by either team, and the Bulldogs will have it at the Bear 46-yard line. 11:30 to play here in the third quarter. So Brian Garza to throw. Going to throw toward the wide side of the field, and intended for Magana, goes incomplete. Coverage on the play by Pablo Trevino. And it'll bring up second down and 10. Yeah, Helmkamp with that interception. As we take a look at it again, read that one beautifully. He stepped right in front of it. It was intended for Justin Morales. That was the 7th interception this season by a Bulldog. It's only the 3rd interception Guajardo's thrown all year. I usually don't give the interception totals for quarterbacks, but Guajardo's is so impressive. As we see a short pass caught by the Bulldogs, Aldo Morin, his first catch of the evening. And that'll get it up to about the 39-yard line, gain of 7. And bring up third down. But Trey Guajardo came into tonight with 23 touchdown passes, only 2 interceptions. Now up to 25 touchdown passes, and he's thrown his 3rd pick. Still an 8-to-1 ratio, still excellent. As on third down and 3, the Bulldogs run it to the right side. It looks like it's going to be just short. Joe Trevino with the carry. And I think Pablo Trevino with the tackle. Also Manny Castillo in there on that tackle. This is going to bring up just 1 yard short. So Trevino picked up a yard. So 3rd and 3 becomes 4th and 2. We'll see what the Bulldogs decide to do here. Down 24 points. Probably going to go for it, and it looks like they will. 0 for 1 on 4th down in this game. Shotgun snap. Trevino out of the Wildcat. Going to run it left side, and is able to pick up the first down. First down for the Bulldogs. They convert on 4th down and short with a gain of 3 yards on 4th and 2. Good job by Joe Trevino in the Wildcat. So 1st and 10 at the 35, trips to the right. Garza looking left, now being rushed. Castillo chasing him, and Garza forced to throw it away. So the pass was intended for Morin. And that'll bring up second down and 10. Checking into the game now is Fabian Ayala. As we take a look at the replay, see Castillo jumping on top of Garza, and Garza did the right thing, getting rid of the football at the last possible moment. So 2nd and 10. Hope you can come out here to DQ Fan Field tomorrow night. Should be a good one between Nicky Rowe and the Mission Eagles. Both teams score a lot of points. As handoff goes to Ayala on 2nd down, and Ayala doesn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard to bring up 3rd and long. And Castillo in there on that tackle. Snap to Garza on 3rd and 11, being rushed. Ball comes up, but I think Garza got it back, but he'll get sacked. The Bears put on a ferocious rush. That was Robert Grimaldo, I think, got the sack. And they'll call Garza down at the 46, a loss of 10. 4th down and 21. 8.5 to play here in the third quarter. Bears up 24-0. As we take a look at the replay, you see Grimaldo came in there, and Garza doing a good job actually to hang on to the football. Cantu will be in to punt. Bears put on a big rush. Sanchez getting close. And now it takes a big Bear bounce near the 20-yard line all the way up to the 29 before the Bulldogs kill it. So the Bears will start at their own 29-yard line with 8:08 to play in the third quarter. Bulldogs unable to cash in off the interception by Jackson Elkamp. Force the Bears to deep in their own end, their own 28. As Guajardo goes back to throw, setting up the screen on the right side to Vasquez. Caught, has some blockers now across the 30 up to about the 34-yard line for the Bulldogs. Force him back. Several Bulldogs in there along with José Reyes. Elkamp also in there along with Daniel Chiquito.
Tell him to hurry. Or they just screw you around.
So the ball is going to be at the 34, a gain of 6 on the play. So second down and short, 7.5 to play in the third. Guajardo wants to throw. 5-man rush, going to throw this one over to Vasquez out of the backfield, and he's wrapped up by Mallard. It'll be about 1 yard short of the first down. That's going to bring up third down. Put the ball at the 37. It's a gain of 3 on the play. Take a look at the cheerleaders. And on third down, run straight up the middle across the 40 to the 42. It's Guajardo calling his own number and has the first down. Those quarterback draws have been effective for the Bears tonight. They had several fourth down conversions in the first half, and this one on third down and short goes for 5 yards and a new set of downs. Just the second third down conversion tonight for the Bears. Quick pass to Morales, picks up a block and now is exploding out to the 50 and into Bulldog territory about the 40-yard line before Mallard forces him out, but it'll be another new set of downs for the Bears. It's going to be a Bulldog territory at the 41-yard line. A 17-yard pickup and a first down as Guajardo rolls out right, going to fire it deep down near the goal line. It's caught, touchdown. Flores with the catch. And that completes a 41-yard pass for a touchdown, and the Bears lead it 30-0. That was a thing of beauty. You have to admire that one. 5-play, 72-yard drive. And Guajardo with his third touchdown pass of the evening. And for Miguel Flores, his second touchdown catch. De Leon on to attempt the extra point. He's been perfect so far tonight. Castillo to hold. And the extra point up and good. And De Leon 4 for 4. And with 6:53 to play in the third quarter, it's the Bears 31 and the Bulldogs nothing. Take another look at the touchdowns we head to break here on Football Night in McAllen.
Are you having a great time? Show us. Check out the scoreboard for more law firm fan cam.
We're going to stay here and go with the fan cam.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet.
Back here on football night in McAllen, our fan cam and our smile cam. And here's the kickoff on the 10-yard line. Bulldogs going left to right. This is Magana with it, across the 30 to the 33. Correction, Sergio Vidal with the return all the way up to the 33-yard line. That scoring drive for the Bears started at their own 28, 5 plays, 72 yards. Had a 17-yard pass up to the 41, and then a 41-yard pass by Trey Guajardo. His third touchdown pass of the night, his 26th of the year, caught by Miguel Flores. For Flores, his second TD catch tonight and his 10th touchdown of the season. Talk about these Bears could score a lot of points. After a quiet first quarter, they have been doing so. Here's a sweep to the right side. This is Magana with it. And Magana picks up about a yard from the 34 to about the 35-yard line. So second down and 9. And still having a big time. Got the bongo drums. We've got the Mackay drum line going. Cheerleaders. A lot of spirit at McAllen High School. Little Bulldog MVP to the right side as Garza fires this one. This is caught. This will be across the 42-yard line. Bring up third down and short. Magana with the catch. That might be his second catch tonight. They're going to spot this at the 43, gain of 8. So bringing up third down and 1. Replay there. Third down and 1 here for the Bulldogs. Garza will be in the gun. They've got Cantu in there along with Diaz. And they will give this to Diaz. And it looked like Garza was unsure whether he wanted to give it to Diaz or not. It might have been one of those option reads. As Diaz kind of got the ball late and was brought down for a loss. Back at the 40-yard line. So it'll be a fourth down. Fourth down and only 4, but they're in their own territory, so they'll bring on the punting unit. 5.5 to play in the third quarter. And Cantu gets the punt off. This is going to be high and deep. Bears had nobody back. And this takes a big Bulldog bounce at the 20 all the way to the 10. And it'll be killed at the 11. It's killed by 45, Vance Bramble, the defensive back. And the Bears will start off at their own 11-yard line. 5:08 to play in the third quarter. Bears on top, 31-0. The Mackay drum line still drumming up the spirits here at DQ Fan Field. And cheerleaders in fine form, under the direction of Miss Jennifer Rodriguez. By the way, they just recognized the cheerleader of the week, Jordan Surratt. So congratulations to her. Every week they recognize a distinguished citizen of the week. They have a veteran of the week, a cheerleader of the week for Rowe and Mackay, a student of the week. So a lot of students getting recognized, not just the football players. They have an officials timeout right now at 5:08 to go in the third. Bears with the football. Oh, I think the chain is broken. You don't see that happen very often, but we'll take a quick break while they bring out some duct tape. So you're watching Football Night in McAllen. And welcome back to DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. I'm Mark May, the rest of our MITV crew. Mario Reyna, my broadcast booth partner, on hiatus tonight. He'll be back tomorrow for this game right there. That's our next home game, our next webcast, the Mission Eagles against the Nicky Rowe Warriors right here tomorrow night at 7:30. That should be a pretty good one. Both those teams score in the 30s. And although it's a contrast of styles, as the Rowe likes to throw the football, Mission likes to keep it on the ground. It'll be an interesting matchup tomorrow night. PSJA Bears with it now at their own 11. 1st and 10 as Guajardo rolls out to his right side. Evades the pass rush. He's going to throw it deep down the middle, and it's incomplete. Looks like it was intended for Marco Guajardo. He's running a post route. I think David Chiquito providing coverage there. For the Bulldogs, by the way, their next game will be Friday, November 2nd. They'll be at home. It'll be homecoming, in fact, against La Jolla Juarez Lincoln. As we take a look at this replay. Oh, almost an interception there by Chiquito, actually. So he had dived for it. And 2nd down and 10. They'll hand this off up the middle. Vasquez into open field before he's hit. And finally brought down after a healthy run. That was Donovan Guetta who got the tackle. He raced up to the 20. I think it's going to be just short. It was a 9-yard pickup. And bring up 3rd down and 1. Guajardo is going to call his own number now. He has to bounce this one outside, has the 1st down, and now is fighting for more yardage at about the 26 before he's forced back. We had Shamir Mallard in there, along with Bramble once again. And now we have an official's timeout with 4:30 to play here in the 3rd quarter. And the Bears with a new set of downs after that 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. By the way, looking at the schedules for these two, Mackay is going to finish the year with on their homecoming game. They've got Friday, November 2nd against La Jolla Juarez Lincoln. And then on Thursday, November 8th, they will travel to FAR to take on the PSJA North Raiders. That'll be at PSJA North. And then for PSJA's Bears, after tonight, they will be at home next week on Friday the 2nd against the Mission Eagles. And on Thursday the 8th, they wrap up the regular season at La Jolla Juarez Lincoln. We have an official's timeout, so let's take a quick break. It's the Bears 31, the Bulldogs nothing. You're watching Football Night in McAllen.
Welcome to the What's Better game at Bogus. It doesn't matter how you roll, just pick the wheels that fit your style, new or pre-owned.
Beautiful look at the McAllen skyline there. You can see it looks like some purple lighting there on the Chase Bank Tower. Homage to the Bulldogs, who are playing at home tonight against the PSJA Bears. By the way, you can catch all the football games. If you miss them, you can always watch them on demand on McAllen ISD's YouTube channel. You can also watch it on the MITV channel, which is cable channel 1301. So we see Big Mac there. Or it might be Lady Mac, actually. Lady Mac with the pink collar. Mackay volleyball that we recognize tonight. They made the playoffs. They'll be competing in the state playoffs next week. They've got a seeding game against the Nicky Rowe Warriors. That'll be Saturday at 2 o'clock at Mackay Gym, October 27th, as Guajardo on 1st and 10 will flip this forward to Vasquez, running it kind of a sweep to the left side. He's wrestled out of bounds by Potter after just a short gain. And we see Marco Guajardo as a touchdown catcher tonight. There's David Chiquito right there, who figured in on that tackle. It's a gain of 7 on the play. So 2nd down and 3. Trips to the right side as Guajardo looks to the right. Short pass is taken, throws over the middle a little bit too high and intended for Castillo, goes incomplete. So that'll bring up third down. Mallard covering him on the play. PSJA on third down is 3 for 8 tonight. And here they go on 3rd and 3. Going to do a flanker screen to the right side, caught by Flores, who runs up. Looks like he has enough for a first down. Actually, it's Morales with the catch. Justin Morales. And it's up to the gain of 5 yards up to the 38, and enough to make a first down. Bears with 21 first downs now in this game. And Guajardo closing in on 300 yards as he rolls out to his left, steps up in the pocket, nowhere to throw. Great coverage by the secondary as he fires it, and it's incomplete. Castillo nearly had it, couldn't hang on. Castillo had broken open over the middle. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. And we've got an official's timeout now. 3:11 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Bears on top by 31 points. They led 7-0 after 1 quarter, scored 17 in the 2nd quarter to lead 24-0 at halftime. They've scored once here in this 3rd quarter. It was a nice pass from Trey Guajardo, 41 yards to Miguel Flores for their lone score in this quarter. As we see Coach Lupe Rodriguez, head coach of the PSJA Bears in his 2nd year. Last year they were 8-3. They were District 31 6A champs last year. Lost in the first round of the playoffs. This year right now entered this game at 5-2 on a 4-game win streak, and currently sit in first place in their new district, District 30 6A. And let's go ahead and take a quick break while we've got an official's timeout. You're watching Football Night in McAllen.
The performing arts, the visual arts. You can find it all at McAllen ISD.
Welcome back to DQ Fan Field. I'm Mark May with the rest of the MITV crew, bringing you a season of games between the Warriors, the Mustangs, and the Bulldogs, as Trey Guajardo is going to get sacked. Bulldogs all over him. That was Malachi Dames with, I believe, his 2nd sack tonight. Dames, who came in with 6 sacks on the season to lead the Bulldogs, picks up 1 there. And that's going to force a loss of 1 and a 3rd down now.
Loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
So 3rd down and 11 for the Bears. Guajardo back to throw, is being rushed, trying to set up the screen. They do. They get it to Flores, and Flores tackled in the open field. Great open field tackle by David Chiquito, short of the first down. Just as it looked like Flores was going to pick up the first, David Chiquito comes out of nowhere, and just a textbook tackle wrapped him up around the legs, brought him down at the 43 after a gain of 6 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down at about 5. They're going to go for it, and Guajardo is going to call his own number straight ahead, and you don't think he's going to get it. He's going to be short, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Ball may have come out. Either way, it's going to be Bulldog football. Malachi Dames there on the bottom of that pile. And I think the Bears, Guajardo did have it after all, so stat-wise, it's not a fumble, but it is a turnover on downs. The Bulldogs hold. And the Bulldogs will now take over in Bear territory. The Bears took a bit of a chance there and come up just short. So Mackay football at the 44 in Bear territory with 1:51 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Bears trailing on the, or rather Bears leading on the scoreboard as Garza steps up into the pocket, hits the hook route, and that's caught by Felipe Magana. He's had about 3 catches tonight. He's had a steady, productive evening. They advance the ball up to the 35-yard line, a gain of 9. Bulldog pass, he's completed 15 passes tonight. Clock rolling at 1:17 to go in the third. Trips to the left, play action. Garza going to throw it deep right side, intended for Magana, and goes incomplete as the pass went out of bounds. Andrew leads on the coverage there on Magana. And that'll bring up second down and 10 from the Bear 35. Clock stopped at 1:10 to go in the third, so we take a look at the replay. See Ganya making a big effort for it, but didn't have much to work with as he was riding that tightrope along the sideline. So they're calling this third down and 1 as they hand this off up the middle. And that's going to be a first down. That's Fabian Ayala. So first down for the Bulldogs as they pick up 4 yards on third down and 1. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. The Bulldogs on the march at the 31. Garza out of the gun. Bears are blitzing. He's going to hit the short man and picks up some good yardage there to Aldo Morin. Forced out of bounds by Juan Zambrano. And also List in there on that. Gain of 7 on the play. So you take a look at that replay. So second down and 3 now for the Bulldogs. We've got 2 receivers to the right. This could be a free play. The whistle is there though. They blow it dead. Looked like 2 Bears had jumped offside. It might have been encroachment, and the officials blew that one dead. Haven't had a penalty called yet in this second half.
Defense. Personal foul, late hit, number 90. That'll be enforced, 15 yards. Sorry. Half the distance. First down.
Wow, you don't see that very often, but they had blown the whistle, play was dead, and then there was a late hit. You don't see that very often at all, but look at this. Officials have blown this play dead already, and then you see that. So one of the Bear players not focused there, and it cost his team some big yardage. They moved the ball all the way half the distance up to the 12-yard line. It's going to be a 12-yard penalty and an automatic first down. The Bulldogs have it now at the 12-yard line. Last minute of the third quarter. Hand this off Diaz with the hold to the left. Actually, they fake to him and do the end around to Castillo. And he fights his way near the line of scrimmage. The tight end Ed Castillo with his first touch tonight. It looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage. Mackay Steppers, Mackay Band. Picking up their pep. Daniel Cáceres checking into the game now, running back. Second down and 10. And there's the horn in the third quarter of play. And after 3 quarters of play, the score is Bears 31, Bulldogs nothing, but the Bulldogs threatening inside the Bears red zone. We'll take a quick break. Back with the fourth quarter in just a moment. You're watching Football Night in McAllen.
Foundation of family. We honor that tradition and are proud to announce that Elsa State Bank and Rio Bank are coming together to make a stronger bank for the Valley. Rio Bank, your kind of bank, your kind of banker.
And back at DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. First year of the new partnership between McAllen ISD and Dairy Queen. Really enjoying it. Dairy Queen's done a lot. They've had Mr. Blizzard, the mascot, in all the games, been throwing t-shirts into the crowd. And here are the Bulldogs now with a second down and 10 at the Bear 12-yard line. They switched ends, and the Bulldogs now going right to left. And Brian Garza might be changing the play here. The play clock is down to 8 seconds. Snaps it with about 5 seconds. They hand this off straight ahead. Looks like Diaz. And Diaz up to about the 10-yard line. They'll bring up third down. Make that Cáceres on the carry, number 28. And it'll be third down and 8 now for the Bulldogs. Like we said earlier, this was the 72nd meeting between these two, a series that started in 1926. So Garza facing the blitz, now flushed out. He's going to run it, has some room to the 10, now to the 5, racing to the end zone, and is in for the touchdown. Brian Garza races in from 10 yards out for his first touchdown of the year and puts the Bulldogs on the board here in the early fourth quarter.
Holding, 55, offense, 10-yard penalty, replay, third down.
Oh my goodness. A holding call against the Bulldogs negates the touchdown, takes the 6 off the board. It was a terrific run by Brian Garza, who saw that space over there. So we take a look at the replay. You see the Bears were blitzing. And you can see a hold as one of the Bears' shoulder pad is pulled loose because his jersey was pulled down. So it was the right call, but they just hate to see that on such a wonderful run there. Brian Garza and the Bulldogs getting that touchdown. But alas, it's not to be. It's third down and 18 now after the penalty, and Garza firing this one toward the end zone. It's picked off at the 5-yard line and run back out to the 14. Intercepted by the Bears' Isaac Espino. Just the first turnover tonight against the Bulldogs. And the Bears will take over at their 14-yard line. So a tough way to not only lose your touchdown, but to come away with no points on that scoring drive that started out with a lot of promise. So 11:01 to play here in the game, and the Bears take over first and 10 at their own 14. There's a run over to the right side. That was Morales. Morales getting about 9 yards. So up to the 23-yard line after that completed pass. Guajardo over 300 yards passing.
Gain of 9 brings up second down 1.
Second down and 1 now. They're going to hand this off in the backfield. That's Vasquez. Vasquez with some room. The first down and more. He's brought down by Daniel Chiquito and Helmkamp. Also in there was Roland Briseño. Up to the 33-yard line now. Gain of 10 on the play. And it's a first down for the Bears. Guajardo to throw it. Hits Castillo. Castillo near another first down. Up to about the 43-yard line. Trace Gagne pushed him out of bounds. They are going to count that as a Bear first down, exactly 10 yards. Bears looking to just take time off the clock at this point. They have the commanding lead. First and 10. Guajardo to throw it. He's going to lob it over to Vasquez on the left sideline. Has a lot of room. First down and more into Bulldog territory. Still going as he breaks a tackle and nearly breaks it for the distance, but finally holding on to bring him down was Kai Jaime. Otherwise, that might have gone for a touchdown. So Castillo very nearly broke it. All the way to the Bulldog 32-yard line. Gain of 25 on the play. Well, there we see the public address announcer, Mr. Celso Gonzalez. And noticing he's up on the scoreboard right now. A long pass down near the end zone is incomplete and broken up by David Chiquito. Quito with a terrific game here tonight.
Defense, 15-yard penalty. First down.
Marco Guajardo, the intended receiver. You heard there's going to be a penalty against the Bulldogs as Guajardo threw this one deep. And there you see broken up right at the goal line. And a 15-yard penalty assessed against the Bulldogs. It'll be a first down. That's going to move the ball up to the 17-yard line in Bulldog territories. They're going to reverse this to the left. This is Miguel Flores. Breaks one tackle to 15 and dancing his way forward up to about the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 8 on the play. We saw the public address announcer, Celso Gonzalez, a moment ago. He's the longtime golf coach for McAllen Memorial and a longtime public address announcer. A lot of people have grown up hearing his voice at the football games for the Bulldogs, the Mustangs, and the Warriors. There we see him again. Up there with the rest of our scoreboard operations crew as Guajardo rolls out to his right side, and he's going to get sacked. Terrific defensive play. A couple of Bulldogs in there. We had Josim Reyes in there along with Kai Hyman. Kai Hyman's had a pretty good game here tonight. This Bulldog defense. Loss all the way back to the 18-yard line. Loss of 9 on the play. Bring up second down and 2. Saw our scoreboard operations crew up there in the press box. The ones who run all the videos and the commercials and promos and things like that on the scoreboard. As Guajardo goes back to throw on third down and long. Being chased by Dames, going to be wrapped up and sacked again. The Bulldogs pass rush has been on fire here tonight. Dames was in there. That's his second or third sack. He had some help on that one. I think Josim Reyes also in there. We'll take a look at the replay. You can see Dames kind of came in uncovered. Also in there were Kai Hyman and Jordan Rivera. Trace Gagne getting in there too. And boy, they were in field goal range. They were inside the 20 at one point, and now they're out at the 29-yard line. Yeah, they were at the 17-yard line at one point. Actually at the 9. And now there's a flag down.
Offense, 5 yards, fourth down.
Just the second penalty in the second half against the Bears, a delay of game. That moves them back to their 34. So they were once at the 9-yard line in Bulldog territory, but now fourth down and 27. And they'll go for it. Of course, they're up 31-0.
McAllen.
And that's a timeout call by the Bulldogs. That'll be their first with 7:33 to play here in the fourth quarter. And the Bears up 31-0, facing a 4th and 27. And I think just for the exercise, they're kind of going for it here as we see one of the Mackay steppers. They're going to have the fan cam going here. Albert Canales, the principal for Mackay. A lot of people happy here tonight. So 4th and 27, the Bears going for it. They're going to hand this off. This is Morales with it. He wants to throw it and laterals it back to Guajardo, has to pick it up and run with it. Oh, he takes a huge hit there. So he was flung up in the air and then crashed down by Mallard. Hard hit, nothing dirty about it, but just a hard hit that sometimes happens in games. We take a look at the replay. It's a handoff to Morales left side. I think he may have wanted to throw. And then lateraled it back to Guajardo, who you can see there was sent up in the air by Daniel Chiquito just as Mallard came crashing in. But but Guajardo pumps right back up. It'll be a turnover on downs. And the Bulldogs will have it with 7:22 to play. Bulldogs still have all 3 of their timeouts at their own 33-yard line. Garza wants to throw, facing the blitz, gets rid of it deep to the left side. Incomplete, intended for Magana. And Nevin Herrera on the coverage, and there is a flag down in that area. Magana was
holding. Number 10, defense. 10-yard, first down.
So it's going to be holding against the Bears. That means that the penalty occurred before the ball was up in the air. Otherwise, it would have been interference. The ball moves up to the 43. And a new set of downs for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs will be at home next week. It'll be their homecoming game against La Jolla Juarez Lincoln, Friday, November 2nd, as Garza in trouble and is going to get sacked. It'll be a loss of yardage and a sack by Isaiah Trevino, a junior linebacker. Both teams have had their share of sacks tonight, but the Bulldog pass rush has probably been their best game all season. Loss of 6 on that play. So now second down, 16. 6:40 to play here in the fourth quarter. Tomorrow night, Mission Eagles, Nicky Rowe Warriors, 7:30 kickoff. Garza back to throw. 5-man rush. It's the hook route of Sergio Villarreal with the catch. Villarreal came into this game with 1 catch tonight. He's got a couple here this evening. Gain of 5 on the play. Having a good time. Reminded by our director that they won Division I at the Pigskin last weekend. They'll be performing at Area in Laredo this Saturday. Good luck to the Bulldog Band, along with the Memorial and Rio marching bands. You see, nice completed pass there, but it was well after the whistle. It's Mason Nava downfield.
Offsides, number 90, defense, 5 yards, replay third down.
It up to the Bulldog 47-yard line. 3rd and 11 becomes 3rd and 6. And having a good time. Yeah, Saturday, October 27th, they'll be performing at 9:45 a.m. up at Laredo, the Bill Johnson Student Activity Complex. They throw at 2:30 and Memorial at 3:15 as Magana catches this one short, breaks a tackle, has the first down into Bear territory, down to the 36-yard line. 17 yards and a new first down for the Bulldogs. And the Bears elect to use their first timeout with 5 minutes, 50 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Bears up by 31, trying to hold on to that shutout. Bulldogs want to take the goose egg off the board. We'll take a break. You're watching Football Night in McAllen.
Don't miss out. Make sure you follow McAllen ISD on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is the best and quickest way to catch important information about McAllen ISD schools. Plus, you can see the latest videos. So get in touch with McAllen ISD.
And we're back. You can hear the McAllen marching band performing here. Beautiful night for football here. We had gray October skies earlier before the sun went down. Now it's kind of black October skies. But both teams having a good fun out there as Garza goes back and hits Magana down near the 30-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down. It'll move him up to the 29-yard line after a pickup of 7. That'll bring up second down and about 3 from the Bear 29. Receivers to the right side, and Garza is going to hand this off. It's Diaz. Diaz wrapped up in the backfield and brought down by the Bears' J.J. Barrientos. Bears elect to call their second timeout with 5:05 to play in the game. And it was actually a loss on that last play, so it'd be 3rd down and 5 now. Bulldogs have converted on 3rd down just twice tonight. It's probably 4-down territory anyway at this point. Next week the Bears will take on the Mission Eagles. That'll be a home game for them, for the Bears. And the Bulldogs will be at home on Friday, November 2nd against La Jolla Juarez Lincoln. That'll be homecoming for the Bulldogs. As Garza goes back to throw on 3rd and 5, being chased way back now. He's trying to give himself some room to be able to throw this away. This isn't going to reach the line of scrimmage as he finally got rid of it. And threw it incomplete, but the flag is down for intentional grounding. That's going to be a huge loss, actually, as Garza was forced way back. I mean, if you remember Bob Greasy back in Super Bowl VI, when Bob Lilly and Larry Cole chased him for about 30 yards and sacked him for a 29-yard loss. That's what this kind of looked like, although Garza was able to get rid of the football, but as you heard, the pass did not reach the original line of scrimmage. Thus an intentional grounding, but it's a spot foul, so that's at the area where it occurred, which is way back at the Bulldog 34. Loss of 35 yards. And this will bring up 4th down and 40. They'll go ahead and go for it here with less than 5 minutes left in the game. And Garza rolling out to his right side, being chased, going to throw this toward the sideline, incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs, intended for Aldo Morin. And it'll be Bear football. See if the Bears bring out a new quarterback or not. This game wrapped up pretty much with 4:46 to go, and the Bears up 31-0. We got a shot from within our stands. That's from the fans' point of view right there. See the varsity cheerleaders in white, the JV cheerleaders in gold. Enjoying this game tonight, as we said. Beautiful weather tonight. Great night for football. And the Bears do have a new quarterback as they hand this off on 1st down, running up to the 30, up to about the 25-yard line. That's the first carry for number 9, Joseph Rangel, who's a senior running back. 5-yard line, a gain of 9 on the play. 2nd and 1. And the quarterback is number 12, Justin Morales. He's been playing a lot of receiver here tonight, but he's the new quarterback as he hands off again to Rangel. And Rangel looks like he has enough for the 1st down. So a 3-yard pickup and a new set of downs. About their bongo drums here tonight. He's playing in sync with the Mackay band too. I like that. Maybe Mr. Dunn will see him and give him a spot in the band. As they hand off to Rangel, and Rangel fights his way up to about the 19-yard line. He was wrapped up by Jordan Rivera. It's a gain of 3 on the play. Bears content to keep it on the ground now, just let the clock run. Bulldogs do have 2 timeouts left, but likely will not use them. The clock running at 3:24 to play. Tomorrow night we'll have the Mission Eagles, Nicky Rowe Warriors, kickoff at 7:30 from right here. A game that could determine who gets into the playoffs and who doesn't. As there's a logjam of teams at 3rd and 4th place in the district right now, as we see Rangel run up to about the 13-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st down. A lot of young ladies on their phones. They'll check their social schedules. Because tomorrow's still a school day, as Morales is going to run it to the left side. He evades a couple of tacklers and races into the end zone. I don't see a signal yet for a touchdown. I think he may have stepped out of bounds. And they are going to rule he stepped out of bounds at around the 7-yard line. So a gain of 6 on the play. As we take a look at the replays, nice fake up the middle and broke one tackle, used a stiff arm, and stepped out of bounds somewhere in there. And I think he knew it too, because you see his head go up in kind of frustration, like, oh man, I was so close. But here they go on handed off straight up the middle. So Runhell hit at the 3, runs his way forward, goes down at the 1, ball comes loose, but I think it was after he was down. And are actually saying it's a touchdown. A touchdown by Runhell of 7 yards. We'll take a look at the replay on that. It was Runhell up the middle. He would have either been down inside the 1 or over the goal line, as you saw him stretch the football out just as he went down, but it is a touchdown, 2:47 left in the game. And the Bears have scored to extend their lead to 37-0. Leon on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up and away and is good right through the uprights. And De Leon perfect tonight, 5 for 5. And the score is now Bears 38, Mackay nothing, with 2:47 to play in the game. Take a look at the replay here. You can see Runhell was hit at about the 3-yard line, then fell forward. It looks like the ball did cross the goal line. Unable to tell if his knees were down ahead of that, but the ball did cross the goal line before the ball popped out. And it's a touchdown. Bears lead it here late in the 4th. You're watching Football Night in McAllen.
A community bank with all the conveniences you expect. A Rio Bank app, online banking, e-alerts, mobile check deposits, and ATM deposits. Rio Bank, your kind of bank, your kind of banker.
And welcome back to Football Night at McAllen. There's a happy Bulldog fan there. She's watching you right now, channel 1301, and on our YouTube channel, and gives a high five to Mr. Canales, the principal for McAllen High School, and a McAllen High graduate himself, sitting next to Ms. Olivares, our Dean of Instruction, and also Mr. Sal Flores on the left side, assistant principal. So you've got the assistant principals and the principal there, still with that Bulldog spirit. And there'll be a touchback, by the way, so the Bulldogs will get it at the 25-yard line. And Coach Kevin Brewer in his 6th season as head coach of the Bulldogs. And the Bulldog cheerleaders. Mr. Canales, the principal, very popular man. Usually, you know, kids kind of shy away from a principal because they think in terms of discipline and things like that, but he actually has a very good rapport with his students. In fact, many of them follow him on Twitter. So he's sort of the modern principal these days, as Garza will scramble on first down and is forced to throw this away. And a lot of principals have done that, especially the younger principals have adopted Twitter as an effective method of communication, especially with students. See the Mackay Steppers under the direction of Miss Rachel Castillo-Ruiz. See, they bring their own little chairs too. They have to get one of those. So on second down, the Bulldogs will hand this off. A spin move, this Ediano. And he races his way up to the 35. And it looks like it's enough for a first down. He picked up 10 yards. And the Bulldogs will keep the drive alive. 2.5 to play in the game. They're trying to score in this game. They appeared to have scored earlier in the quarter. Brian Garza ran in from 10 yards out, but it was negated due to a holding penalty. And then on the next play, the Bears got a turnover. Here come the Bulldogs on the again on the march as Garza is being chased. He's going to be sacked. It'll be a loss of yardage and a sack by Tito Garza, the defensive lineman. They'll lose yardage back to the 22-yard line. A loss of 13 on the play. Clock is under 2 minutes to go now in the game. Neither team's going to use their timeouts. So let this game go into the books. PSJA will win their 5th in a row. They'll be 6-2 overall and 5-0 in the district. They'll have clinched a playoff spot for at least the 2nd straight year. So congratulations to the Bears on that. And a big game tomorrow between two teams fighting for a playoff spot, Mission Eagles and the Nicky Rowe Warriors.
Number 12, the offense, 5 yards, replay 2nd down.
So that's 5 yards against the Bulldogs, move it back to their 17. Just the 5th penalty tonight against the Bulldogs. And the clock will run now, minute 20 to go. Ariano will check in, Diaz will check out. Play clock is down to 13 seconds. The Bulldogs are still in the huddle. Now it's 7 seconds. 2 seconds as they snap it. And Garza, with time, throws over the middle. And this is caught up to about the 21-yard line. Nice catch there in traffic by Aaron Gonzalez. His first catch tonight, a junior receiver. It'll be up to the 23 and a gain of 6 on the play. Now the last minute of the game now, 35 seconds. 3rd down and 22. Bulldogs really just need to run one more play. Bulldogs will update the record in a moment as Garza to throw it toward the sideline. This is caught. That's Mason Nava. Up to the 30 as he breaks a tackle and gets a 1st down, and then gets out of bounds, stopping the clock with 10 seconds left at about the 39-yard line. A gain of 16 on the play.
Timeout, McAllen. That's the first timeout, 2nd half.
So the Bulldogs use their, I have it down as their second
timeout.
Second timeout. Corrected that. 2nd timeout by the Bulldogs. Kind of academic anyways. There's only 10 seconds left. Just time for one more play. Bulldogs have gone over 100 yards passing in this game now. They've completed 13 passes tonight for 106 yards. Most of that was Garza. Amador played a little bit in the first quarter. So 4th down and 6 now for the Bulldogs. Down 38-0 with nothing better than to get some points here. Carry them into next week. They'll have their homecoming game on Friday, November 2nd against La Jolla Juarez Lincoln. That'll be a 7:30 kickoff, and we'll have Bulldog fans from all over, classes of the past. See Coach Lupe Rodriguez. This team's going to improve to 6-2 and 5-0 in the district. They'll stay in 1st place. And the Bears will also have swept the McAllen teams. In 3 weeks, they've beaten Memorial, Rowe, and moment, Mac High. So 4th down and 6. Garza out of the gun, has time. Toward the sideline. It's caught and out of bounds, but I think short of the 1st down is Aaron Gonzalez with the catch. But I think he's a yard shy, and that'll be a turnover on downs. So a gain of 5. And it'll be a turnover on downs with 5 seconds left. So the Bears will just simply snap the football one time, and this game will be done. For Trey Guajardo tonight, threw for 355 yards and 3 touchdown passes, giving him 26 for the year. He also ran in for a score, his 6th touchdown run of the year. Marco Guajardo caught a touchdown pass of 14 yards. And Miguel Flores caught 2 touchdown passes of 19 yards and 41 yards as the Bears snap it, down it, and the game is over. And then they had a late touchdown by the running back Joseph Rangel who ran in for the last Bears touchdown. They also had a 28-yard field goal from Jared DeLeon, who has good on 5 extra points tonight, and the ball game is over. PSJA Bears win it by a score of 38-0. So again, our next game will be tomorrow night at 7:30 kickoff. We'll be on the air at about 10 after 7 with myself and Jake Barry, and then myself and Mario Reyna will have the call for you between the Nicky Rowe Warriors and the Mission Eagles. And there'll be another District 36A tilt. That should be a good one. So I hope you enjoyed this one tonight. Bears win it 38-0 over the Bulldogs. Good night from Football Night in McAllen.